Hello, I'm Maddie, and this is my final essay presentation. The title of my essay is The Growth and Anatomy of the Mockumentary Genre Explored Through The Office. So as you can see, my leading example is The Office. I chose this for a few reasons. I've seen the show a lot of times, so I have a good background with it. I also seem to really enjoy other TV shows that exist in this genre, so I wanted to explore it a little bit. And I also wanted to explore why the show is so popular. So a couple additional resources I covered in addition to my academic articles. I watched a few episodes, one to explore the relationship between Michael and Toby, explore its complexities and its validity. I also watched the episode Beach Games. I chose to watch this episode. Let me move this again. This is the picture of the episode. I chose to watch it because it is Michael's version of the reality TV show Survivor. And I wanted to further explore the similarities between the mockumentary genre and reality TV. I also paid attention to production techniques, specifically the camera, because that's an integral part of the Office and the genre. I also found a study from 2009 that basically interviewed participants to see their views and attitudes on The Office. So my thesis is the mockumentary genre has large appeal and is continuously growing because of its perceived authenticity, humor, and innovative production techniques. And then I'll go through my main points on the following slides. So my first main point, mockumentaries take the best characteristics of reality TV to create media that is more thought-provoking and engaging to the viewer. So I explained this in depth in a couple of ways. One point is the surveillance by the film crew. So similar to reality TV, the camera takes on a different number of roles. There can be some scenes where the camera is hiding in the bushes or something and filming secretively, or they can do a direct interview with the character or person. And so this constant surveillance is kind of unraveled in both The Office and reality TV. An important quote I found was scripting for an unscripted feel. You can see this a lot in The Office. And a little bit in reality TV. Basically, you just want to make the TV show seem as natural as possible. In reality TV, even though it is reality, they still set up situations, kind of script the setup of situations. And basically, when you script, you want to make sure it still feels authentic. I also went into the episode Scott's Tots a little bit. That's displayed in this picture here. Basically, what happens in the episode is Michael had promised a group of kids that he would pay their tuition, and now they have grown up and are about to start college, and he does not have the money for their tuition. And so this picture kind of encaptures the feelings of everyone. I chose to do this episode as an example because you see how the camera kind of interacts with all the players. You can also feel the emotional connection you have to Michael. You can feel what he's feeling, kind of similar to reality TV. You kind of experience the same emotions as what the people are going through. And reality TV influence, I kind of talked about that a little bit before, and also how like in Beach Games, where Michael wants to copy the TV show Survivor, and I just covered a couple other examples. My second main point is the humor used in The Office and other mockumentary shows has been getting increasingly popular since the early 2000s. So I found a couple indicators of this change. It was the invasion of Iran in 2003 and then 9/11. These were kind of serious. I mean, they were very serious, but people felt like they weren't able to laugh and have fun again. And so people started to use humor as a way to cope, kind of find ways to laugh at the situation, laugh at ourselves, things like that. And so this led to an inclusivity of satire. And so I identified three main types of humor used in The Office: satire, parody, and anti-authority. All of these kind of stem from the early 2000s, making fun of things, making fun of the situation. And so parody, I kind of talked about already, how it parodies reality TV, incorporates aspects of reality TV, kind of plays off of them. Anti-authority, as you can see in this picture, I kind of use the example of Michael's hate for Toby as anti-authority. It kind of also plays off of a parody of the theme that everyone hates HR, really without a reason. And so Michael's exaggeration of that kind of plays into almost all three types of comedy. I also highlighted a little bit of Michael's ignorance, unable to be politically correct, and it kind of creates some tension. And it also kind of plays off of those three types of comedy. So my last point is The Office's popularity stems from its innovative production techniques and centering around the viewer. So I think this is the most important point. One aspect of it is using the camera as a third-party role, so almost an additional character in the show. Characters are able to interact with the camera, as you can see in this picture, where Jim often looks at the camera to signal he's dissatisfied, or maybe there's some tension going on. He directly interacts with the viewer. And so basically the camera is very versatile. On top of this, interviews, when the camera does a direct interview with the character, you almost get a preview to their private thoughts. It's a private conversation between them and the camera, and you kind of get more insight to the character. It makes it more intimate relationship. The camera also helps keep a comedic tone. I'll also go back to the Jim example here. Being able to identify different situations that has comedy, the camera can help highlight those. And also, if there's something tense going on, maybe Michael said something kind of hurtful, the camera will focus more on Michael, not on who's hurt, in order to keep a positive, uplifting tone, keep the comedic tone. The camera also replaces a laugh track. So this is a comedy. The camera also can do different techniques to indicate that you should laugh. Like the Jim example, he can tell that it's uneasy. He's validating the viewer's feelings, kind of letting them know they can laugh about the situation. Also, maybe the camera might linger on a situation a little bit long, create unsettling silence that can be funny sometimes. And also back to the study I brought up earlier. So in this study, it found that about half of the participants felt like they could relate to themes from The Office, felt like it was very relatable, felt like it was authentic. And so I think this is really popular, or this is why the show is really popular, and I think it's very important. The fact that the show is centered in an office, people are familiar with offices. Many of the characters are stereotypes of typical people you find in an office, or just anywhere in real life. Being able to relate to that type of stuff and see the situations exaggerated, realistic, us communicating with the characters, it creates a unique environment. And so that is my presentation. Thanks so much, and here are my references.